Hey, how y'all doing this morning? I want to thank all of you who watched the video I did for my daughter and commented on it with your beautiful thoughts and sentiments. Thank you so much. I did that for my daughter when she was about 7 years old. I was in a joint, 165 of life. By the grace of God, it got broke down to an 18 in life. I finally came home to be in her life as I could. When I was there, I wrote her and did everything I could, but it's not the same as actually being in your daughter's life. When I say being in your daughter's life, it's more than just being physical. I'm saying that to say this is like, fellas, we need to step up. We really need to play our position as man, head, those titles and labels that we have been given, and remember what we are. We're made in his image. She's made from our rib. We made from his image, so that's what we need to start being, this man, this head thing. And I say that to say, your children, your seeds are actually your offspring. You'll sit and think about that seed. When you have a seed, guess what happens? It either grows or dies depending upon how you nurture it, depending on how you water it, depending upon the food and the seeds, the nourishment, and the fertilizer that you put into it. And I say that to say this again, you can be there, but how are you there? When she cries, or do you just supply her with continuous material situations and things of that nature? Guess what happens? When she gets older, she grows into the female or the woman or the female that you have groomed her to be. And see, she needs a mother there because there's a mother that can teach her things that you never could as a man. But at the same time, she's going to look for you for guidance to pick that man and be in her life. So see, when you're giving her things and material things, you're supplying her with all this, guess what? I'm not saying that that's not good. And I'm not saying that it's not good for her to look for the better things in life. But is that her priority? Does she understand? She know what Louis Vuitton, Prada, Fendi is. But does she know who she is? Does she understand the value of herself? So see, you is supplying her with all this, excuse me, material situations, positions. So when she gets older, what's she looking for from this dude? Material things, positions. See what I'm saying? She looking for them diamonds and pearls she was given when she was a kid. And this other guy might not be able to give her diamonds and pearls, but guess what? He may be able to treat her like diamonds and pearls. He may be able to guide her into being those diamonds and those pearls. Internally, like the God says, he says right now in the Bible, it says that let not your adornment be the external braiding of the hair, the gold and rings and things of ornaments. He said, but let it be the secret person of the heart. So are you teaching her that? Are you spending time with her? Are you helping her with her homework? Are you taking her to school, picking her up from school if your job or whatever it is that you do allows that to be so? Are you telling her that she's beautiful without fake hair, weaves, wigs, 6-inch stilettos, and fake nails and eyelashes? Are you telling her that she is beautiful, that she's a princess, that she is Candace? You look at Candace is saying, then this is a name today, but it's actually from an ancient Amharic language or Ethiopian, which means black queen. This queen was so powerful, so strong at what she did that men were not kings of Ethiopia. They were queens. And she was so powerful that her name, you no longer became queen of Ethiopia. You were Candace of Ethiopia, which all the way promulgated into a common name of today. That's powerful. Are you teaching your daughter that? Or are you teaching her that, guess what? And if you in the game, let me explain something to you, man. You might not be doing things around her, but guess what? She's a child and she knows, and she's sucking that up like a sponge. And she gonna look for that in that dude that she picks in her life. And guess what happens? She's gonna get the same type of dude that you are. You might not be cheating on your girl and all that, but she's still gonna look for that particular thing in her relationship with a man. And guess what? He might bring that extra stuff that you're not doing, but she's looking for that from you. So are you teaching your daughter about God? Are you teaching her about she's spiritual, that that she's a queen and that she is God's child? Are you teaching her these? They really need to know this, because guess what, brother? If you not there in her life, you see what I'm saying? And are you teaching her? Is she seeing a million women blow through your life? Guess what she's gonna deal with that next dude? She's gonna believe that she can be one of his million. Do you want this from your daughter? Are you teaching her that she is more than sex and material situations? Are you teaching her that, again, that she's valuable, that she is actually the key to the physical universe? Now, I have a piece that's called The Value of the Woman from a Real Man's Perspective. You can look it up on my Facebook page and my YouTube page and look at it, and it explains that. But the last thing that God made physically for us, he said it's not good for man to continue alone. The last thing he made was a woman. She's the key to the universe. After he made her, it set everything else that he had made into motion. And then he sat back and rested. Not like he needed a rest, like he needed to regroup his energy, but he sat back, and through her, everything else that he made began to take motion in the way that he promulgated it. Are you telling her this? Does she know this from her daddy? Does she know this from her father? Does she know these things? Because guess what? If she don't learn these things from you, guess what she's going to do? She's going to imagine what it meant if she even pick a man. She might not pick a man because you're not there. But if you're not there, or if you're doing these other things without perspective, guess what's going to happen? She's going to imagine what a man is. And that's the man she's going to go get in her life. She's going to pick somebody from hip hop life, love and hip hop. She's going to pick somebody from, what do you call that? Atlanta Housewives. She's going to pick one of them. She's going to pick somebody from Power. She's going to pick somebody from Empire. She's going to imagine from them books, Iyanla Vanzant. She's going to pick one of them love stories, what coldest winter ever. She's going to pick somebody that she imagines to be a man in her life, and might not be able to accept the real man that steps into her life, because guess what? Daddy wasn't there. Daddy didn't show her the right way to pick the right man, because he wasn't the right man. Nah, the best thing that you can do is study this yourself, dad, and be the best dad that you can be. You can actually be what you were not, or what you did not have, or you can actually go ahead and be everything that you could and that you wanted in your life. Well, actually, look at, I did it when I was coming up. I looked at men who were dealing with their children, their sons, and I adopted myself into them to learn those good behaviors. That's a good thing to do and learn, man. Because guess what? Your seed can either grow, be destroyed, or deteriorate by what you put in them. Now, how much do you really love your offspring? When you think about what it is that you're doing in these streets, when you think about what it is you're doing at home, you think about your seed, man. You think about her. See, I'm talking, it's the same thing with guys, but it's even more so with women today, because guess what? The powers that be are manipulating our women to be against us. So I'm asking you, what do you really put into your daughter? Is she really daddy's little girl?